So what advice would you give to someone who is feeling lost in their career? They could be maybe deciding they're going to change something. They're not happy where they are, or they're going to go back to work after being off for a long time.
Yeah. I think really some really good work about, I mean, I'm a huge journaling person and a huge kind of trying to get quiet and sort of think about, what's important to me and what do I like to do, and what I like to do might not, when I first say, oh, this is what I like to do, it might not look like a job, but if I kind of, parse it out, my guess is I could write 3 or 4 things that I like to do. And at the end of that little, tree are the same things, connecting, helping sort of people see what they have in them and, that kind of thing. And resonant, sort of helping people see resonance with things. So I think, no matter what, this work is really work that you have to do with yourself, right? I mean, no matter what, you could have the best job in the world or feel like, oh my God, I'm retired, I can do whatever I want to do. But there's work that you have to do with yourself to kind of see what that work what it would be that you really want to do. Because I have this friend and I taught with his wife for many years, and she just retired about 2 years ago. He retired about 3 years ago. And he's one of those, he worked for Verizon. He was a manager with Verizon. And he was really sick of his job by the end of it. And this guy is the happiest man on earth to be retired. He's like, I'm riding my electric bike. I play golf. He's in a garage band. He's always been a musician, a bass guitarist. He loves to do that. And he is like, what do you mean you're depressed about being retired? Like that. And I just think, well, that's your journey. And this is my journey, that it's going to be different. And whatever our journey is, whether we're trying to come up with the next thing we're going to do or change the job we have, which is really hard sometimes because, our relationship with money is huge, and nobody, I mean, we haven't even talked about that, but nobody learns about money and why you have the feeling that you have about money and what money represents. And so many of our work choices have to do with that. And that's hard, man, because a lot of things that you do don't have a lot of money associated with them. But, so that's a hard thing because people are like, yeah, but I need money, well, how much money do you really need? And I'm the worst person at that because I think I need all the money, but what if I needed more money, and I'm not great at money. So it's a huge conundrum for me, but that's a big, like that journaling thing, like, what is it? What keeps me here? What keeps me stuck? Why am I stuck? And I think it takes many days to even break the shell of why am I stuck someplace, right?
I'm glad you brought up also the money blogs. That is something we work with, definitely with the clients, because you can't try to have one job and then you go for gold. But if you don't think you could even make that, it's going to be really difficult for you to try to make that leap.
Oh my God.
You can make that.
Oh yeah.
You have to work on that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think we're pretty unrealistic about money and, and it has to do with what we think we're worth and,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is. And it's you work on it all the time. Even when you make it to a certain salary level, then you have to work on that one and then to the next one. And it's working, always working on it.
I don't know whether you know this at all. There's this woman who, her name's Lori Santos, and she teaches at Yale, and she teaches this course that they have on Coursera. So you can do it for free. And a bunch of us did it at the beginning of the pandemic, and it's called The Science of Wellbeing. And have you heard of her at all?
No.
So she's really working with these Yale students, but then all these other people are doing this online. And so it's that idea. One of the things is that, and she does all the research. So it's just researched stuff, but she talks about how money does make you happy to a certain point, and then it goes downhill. Like no matter, the more money you make after a certain point, the less happy you are. And it's and she says the same thing with these kids, like about grades, and and that actually the things that really make us happy are much more intangible than that. It has to do with moving your body, engaging with other people, meditation, the sort of quiet feeling yourself, so that they're totally unrelated to all these things that we're on this track about, that we think are going to help us, So it was really a good thing to do. So
good. That sounds familiar. That I'll have to go check.
Yeah.
There was one that I was listening to, so I'll have to go see if it was the same way. So no, okay. So our final question is
Yeah.
what are you most excited about for your future right now?
What I'm most excited about is to sort of surprise myself. I kind of want to be able to surprise myself. And so I am excited about that idea. Like, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what it will feel like. I don't know even what it means, but I think I'm ready to open some doors that I don't even know what they are, but I think I would like to, I'm excited about the idea of a year from now going, I did not see that. And when I think about my life, the things that have brought me the most joy are things that came like that. Like, I didn't ever even think that wasn't a big goal of mine, but I'm surprised that it turned out to be one of the greatest things I ever did, so,
Wonderful. That is actually a really good one. So very excited for you for that. So Jenny, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time, for saying yes to this. I really do appreciate that. It's been a pleasure to just to hear your story and be part of that journey and taking us through it. Ups and flows of it and all the learning that you've had. So thank you so much for
thanks for doing it. I always feel like I talk too much, but anyway, that's the way it is. So thanks for doing it. I really appreciate it, Ligia. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.